So you may be asking yourself, is infinite sushi and Coke from the Harris Teeter a proper midnight snack? Yes, especially if you're drawing comics, and especially if you're trying to get ahead so that you have something to post when you go away for the weekend for a convention. So yeah, I apologize in advance if I seem kind of out of it. I just spent the last couple hours practicing for a fringe festival show that I'm in, where we do martial arts with LED weapons. So yeah. But anyway, I wanted to talk about digital comics. Not necessarily web comics, but digital comics that you can view on a device like an iPad or an iPhone or some similar tablet device. And I've been working for the past couple weeks on putting together my book, the first collection of my comics, which may seem kind of strange, like, why would somebody buy something that they could read for free? But I found that webcomic fans are eager to support the creators that they enjoy reading, and usually that comes in the form of books. It's an easy translation from the web to print. But in recent years we've seen the development of e-readers like the Kindle and the Nook and some of the Android tablets coming out, and the iPad, of course. And there's a huge marketplace for digital books these days. Like the .epub format is definitely good for traditional books, text-based stuff. And now a lot of readers can use PDFs, can read PDFs. So it's kind of strange to me to see how excited the traditional comic publishing companies like DC and Marvel and even Dark Horse and some of the Image titles are jumping on the digital comic bandwagon. We're seeing a lot of action on Comixology, which is like the big app to put comics in digital format. And for some reason, there's not a whole lot of digital comics coming from a lot of webcomickers. Of the few webcomics that I follow, only one is actually putting up digital versions of their comic that you can buy in PDF form. And I'm kind of confused because it seems to me like easy money. I mean, it's not very well. Okay, it took forever and a day to put together the book, but it's done in InDesign, and once it's done, all you got to do is click a button and save out a PDF, and you put it behind a paywall and say, hey, I'm charging a couple bucks for a PDF version of my comic. If you're interested, put up a link. There you go. Set it and forget it. You don't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for publishing. You don't have to worry about proofs or fax numbers or any of the other bullshit that you have to do when you're talking about physical Dead Tree books. So if you got like a couple hundred comics under your belt on the line, it kind of makes sense to me to put it into like a digestible format for these other platforms. We're seeing a lot of people getting behind Comixology. They're making a lot of sales for DC and Marvel and some of the indie publishers that are on the bandwagon. I really don't understand why more webcomickers aren't jumping on this bandwagon too. I mean, clearly the people who use digital readers are interested in comics, and these aren't your regular comic fans that will go to like a comic book shop and pick up a Dead Tree version of the comics. I think it's kind of hard to get in the mindset of somebody else. Like, I know for me, I prefer having comics in hand. Like, I don't see myself buying a digital device like a tablet or anything like that to read comics. I like the feel of the paper. I like, bending it back and flipping through and having the pages open when I'm using them for references or things like that. But I'm not the audience that this is for, and so you kind of have to get out of your own mindset when you're looking at different avenues that you could possibly make some money. So I'm really excited about learning more about digital publishing. I think the PDF format is perfect for my book. It does exactly what I want it to do, and it's the fucking file that I sent over to the publisher, which is exactly how I wanted it to look in book form. I kind of have to learn more about EPUB, figure out how it displays things, you know. I mean, it works great for text, but not so much for a strip format, so I gotta do a little bit more research on that. But it's encouraging to see so many people interested in comics, and getting comics on their e-readers. So, you know, for any of you webcomicers out there, why aren't you putting your shit online? Like, why aren't you putting your shit in these marketplaces? Like, you know, people who have Nooks, or people who have Kindles, or people who have iPads. You know, it's easy. I mean, sure, your shit is online for free, but sometimes people have like little digests. You know, maybe take some of your comics that deal with a particular topic. Like if you're a Gag-A-Day strip, maybe you know, you put all of your computer jokes into one collection and you sell that for like 99 cents or something like that. I mean, yeah, it's 99 cents, but that's 99 cents more than you had before, and those little cents add up. So it's something that is kind of exciting, and it's not exactly new, because, you know, PDFs have been around for a long time. But now we're seeing some more movement in this space, and I'm gonna try my best to leverage it as much as I can, especially with this first book. I'm going to be releasing a digital version that you can buy at the same time as the Dead Tree version, and if you buy the Dead Tree version, you'll get a free version of the digital version, which has some additional stuff. So you can either buy just the digital version, or you can buy the Dead Tree version and get the digital version for free. I'm also doing some research into trying to figure out how to make this EPUB stuff work. So anyway, I should stop now before I ramble on, and I got more comics to draw and some sushi to eat. So thank you for listening, and if you have thoughts on EPUB or digital publishing, or if you have any advice for me, because I seriously need to get into EPUB and learn how to make it work for comics, please send a video comic, or a video comment, or comment on the blog posts, or send me an email or Tumblr or whatever, and I'll check it out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.